greatly because you can screw yourself if you don't do it the right way, if you're not targeting the right market. If you're going to target a language using only subdirectories, don't use the geographical targeting. You can target a language, both subdomains and subdirectories, but if you have a top-level TLD like .com, .net, .org, use subdirectories versus subdomains. You can use Google geographical targeting on subdomains and subdirectories. I'm not sure if that's accurate here in Sweden, though, so you might want to check on that. Your title should be in a native language. Use regional slang terms like truck, ute, lorry. Host subdomains. It's a small thing, but I've seen it make a difference. If you're going to target the UK, host this subdomain in the UK. If you're going to target Spain, host it in Spain. It gives it a bit of a push, and from what we've seen in the top 10 results in Hollywood terms and our target market, it does make a significant influence versus, well, I don't know, backlinks have a lot to do with it as well, but I think the thing that pushes it over the edge is when it's hosted in the target country, the IP. When you implement a subdomain strategy, link to it from the original website, mention that, create a new sitemap for each subdomain. When creating meta tags and content, be sure to use native slang, mentioned that one already. Get backlinks in the same TLDs, make it a nice mix though. So if you're trying to push a site in Sweden, get backlinks from the SE, but also get them from comms and all the rest of them, but make it a nice mix. Do that 2030 or that 2080 that I mentioned earlier. If you have a TLD or a CCTLD rather, like NLD, don't use geographical targeting. The domains are already associated with the designated regions, and although they might not show up above the .coms and the .coms with the subdirectories in the native language, they will eventually. You got to figure, .coms in the US have been out there for years. SE and ES, and they haven't been, right? So here's the age of .coms and nets and orgs, and here's the age of all the CCTLDs. Well, Google sees this. Well, what's happening is eventually it's going to come to a hill. I mean, they're looking at IPs, they're looking at several different things to deliver the right content. So you want to do the SEs, but you want to do the .coms and the subdirectories and the subdomains. And if somebody asked me, well, Gary, what would you do? I would do all of them. I would do the .com with no geotargeting. I would do the subdirectories in a native language with no geotargeting. I would do the subdomains with geotargeting. I would do all of the above because we don't know when Google's going to flip the switch or turn the knob. But right now, your .coms or your subdirectories are the strongest, but we're seeing them change quite a bit. So basically, everything I've mentioned, it's not a hit or miss thing with SEO. I think you guys all know that. It's hard work. There's a lot of things you have to do. The way we're successful at what we do in the industry that we're in is we do all of it. So it's worth spending the time in. Look at LSA, LSI, look at geotargeting, and the other thing I would mention, that I did mention in this presentation, would be to test out a PPC account on any kind of new clients or new domains you have to find out what is or what isn't converting, to identify those long tail terms and do it very cheaply for a P or 2P or cent, whatever. That's one way that with a new client we identify what does and doesn't convert for them. And that's my email. If you have any questions, as I said in the beginning, please call me, email me, and that's it.
Yeah, thank you.